Hey loves, and welcome back to another crochet vlog. If this is your first time, my name is Deshara and I'm just a girl who really likes crocheting. And on this page, I just share my various crochet projects and activities that I'm working on. And so if this is your first time, welcome. And if this is not your first time, then welcome back. In today's video, we're gonna be doing something or starting something really cool. I have decided that this year I'm going to try my hand at a number of crochet markets. So I'm not one of those crocheters who wants to sell their crochet projects online because I can't keep up with stuff like that. To have a storefront and like making things by order, I honestly, my days are just way too hectic for me to be able to commit to making someone's order within a set time frame. So to avoid that, I've decided that I'm, at least at this point in my life, I'm not actually going to do a shop, but I want to do markets this year. And so I have a market that I have booked for the first week in March. I think it's not March, April 5th or April 7th, whichever one is the first Saturday. I think it's the 5th. I have a market booked for then, and I'm applying to several other markets around like Southern Ontario, which I'm really excited for. We're going to talk a little bit more about that later on in this video. But I'm going to be starting a small series on my market prep. And I'm going to make it a series just because it's going to take me some time, because right now I'm starting out with zero inventory, like nothing. I'm pretty sure I have like next to nothing. If I do have anything, it's like 3 keychains or something. Um, but I'm excited. I have 4 weeks to prepare for a full on market. And this is something that I can't flop on. Like, I can't not do it. I've already paid for the market, so I kind of have to do it. But also I have to really be a business now. This is not just for fun, which has been really interesting because I've been crocheting for fun. Like, I would crochet and make things for my friends or family, for myself, and then I make things for content for you guys too, which honestly, it's just double. I'm making things anyway, so I'm sharing that content with you. But now it's like, one, I'm putting my projects in front of like strangers to see if they would want to buy it. And then I also have to do it the right way. So a few weeks ago, I actually registered my business officially in Ontario. So Hook and Flare is a registered business, which when I clicked like pay for my business license, I was like, this is for real now. Honestly, this is something I thought to do 2 years ago and just never did it because at the time I was thinking about doing an online shop, and then I thought better of it. Thank God. But now I'm an official business, guys. Can't chat to me. So the very first thing I did was I got some business cards. I was trying to do them like on Vistaprint, but they were like stupidly expensive. Like, for what, at least for me, like for what I think they should be. So instead I went through Canva because I was already designing it in Canva, and Canva has a print option. I'm going to show you guys the business cards that I got, and then talk you through some of the other things that I'm doing as well. But first, let's look at the business card. That's what it looks like. And then the back, obviously, like, I designed this, I know what it looks like, I just don't know what the printed looks like. My name there, Deshara Quant, like owner, designer, creator. Super exciting. So I'm gonna have these at my market. And actually, I have a friend that has been telling me for years. Sorry, it's like a strand of hair. Okay. I have a friend that's been telling me for years, Deshara, you should really start like a YouTube page. And I was like, I'm not doing that because who am I gonna talk to? And like, for what purpose? She wanted me to do like lifestyle vlogs. I'm like, my life is not that interesting, at least to me, to want to record that. Plus also, I don't want people in my business. Like, no, thank you. So she doesn't know I have this YouTube page, and currently, like the day that I'm recording this, I have 72 subscribers. So thank you to all of you. I'm super excited. Like, that people are like subscribing to my page. Like, it's so weird to me. So I told myself that I would tell her when I get to 100 subscribers, because I feel like 100 is such a surreal, official, like big girl number. I know there are bigger numbers, but like when you're just starting out, 100 people, like me. And I am not one of those. Am I a subscriber? Like for my personal YouTube account? I think maybe I could be actually. In any case, I count. But the way I'm gonna do it is I'm actually gonna give her a business card to be like, I'm doing markets and all this stuff, and here's a business card. And I'm not gonna tell her anything. I'll just be like, oh, here's a business card, and it has like my email. It does have my website on here. My website is like not up and running, but someday it will be, and I'd rather have the business cards with them on it than not. And then the handle for my social media. And so she's going to see the logos for Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. And so hopefully she just noticed. And then I don't have to really say anything, but she's observant enough. So yeah, that's how I'm going to break that to her. But I wish I made the text a little bit bigger on the back, but it's okay. It's okay. Not life or death. Okay, so I have this little bin of things that I keep my small crochet things in. I had some mailers because remember I told you I had that random thought of wanting to sell stuff. I'm still going to use them, just obviously not for the pop-up. I also have just random crafty things in here too, such as modeling clay, but we're not talking about that. Okay, crochet stuff that I have. I have a few like thank you bags. I think this is maybe like 10 in here, maybe. So these thank you bags, I did also order paper bags, so I wanted to get like white paper bags because you know they're a lot more sustainable, but also I can stamp them with my logo. So I have a few of those. I also have a mirror, so I'm gonna try not to like blind you guys with that. But I also have a mirror which I used on top of my stand so that people are able to, you know, see themselves as they might try to, because a lot of women, when you buy earrings, you want to, I didn't tell you what I'm selling. There's that, but here's a glimpse, earrings. You want to model it next to your face because you want to be sure that you like what it looks like on you. I have two of these. They're like little pop-up, like bins. They're like little plastic bins. I also got these at my local dollar store. Little baskets. So obviously baskets do baskety things. They hold things. But I can also use these as risers. So I can put a different display thing on top of here to like help to give, you know, dimension to my table. I have like this little pegboard. It's actually a blocking board for crochet, like usually for granny squares to help to, you know, blocking. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as a regular pegboard to put some of my products on, because I do have the spokes for it, and the spokes are like pretty long, like they're long, so I can hold quite a bit of product on there. So I'm going to use that to hang a few things. And then other things for display, I have this like flat rack here, and the grooves, if you can see that, it's so that you can put your earring cards in here, and that's another display option. Okay, down to the products that I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna tell you a little bit of what I'm going to sell, but what I have so far. I have 3 key rings in these shades of blue. These are made out of t-shirt yarn, and they have like the gold hooks on them. I love this. I have one on my personal keys, and they are amazing. 2 earrings, but I'm not gonna sell these because I don't really love them. They were some of the first earrings that I tried out, and and I'm convinced they are nobody's vibe. But I guess I could just put them in the display, and maybe they are someone's vibe, and I'll discount them to like $3 each or something. So I have these 2. I don't love them. I was really experimenting, and I don't know what. And then for display, I have 2 of these. They're like little racks that you use to hang earrings on. So I may or may not use it. Not sure. But that's all the products I have. Like I said, it was 3 key rings. Like in terms of the products that I'm actually planning to sell. Which, you know, I still haven't told you guys what I'm planning to sell. So let's go through that together. But let me just pack this stuff up because I just cleaned my room and this mess is gonna drive me crazy. I'm breaking out the iPad to go through all of the inventory that I need to make for this market. My very first market is Hot Fest, which is the first weekend in April, like I mentioned, and I have a lot to get done. So I want to show you guys, but also write this down so that I can keep myself on track, so that I know where I'm at with everything as well. So the very first thing is my signature earrings. At least I call them my signature earrings. How do you know you have a signature thing? I don't know. But they're my double stacked flowers, and I want to have 20 of these. They take a while. Also, I want to make some single flowers earrings. The next thing that we need to have, I want to make a few more wristlets. I have the 3 that I showed you guys, and I want to bring that number up to 10. So I'm going to make 7 more of those. The next thing that I want to make are a few bag charms. I probably will try to make 10 of these. I'm trying to think about the amount of time that it takes to do stuff, and also the amount of product. I want to make a few earpod holders, and I'm probably going to make like 15 of these maybe. I don't know. The other thing that I wanted to make was pouches, and I would love to see myself make 10 of these. I think that might be all. Hey guys, so my package with the rest of my stuff for my market came in today, and I wanted to show you guys what I got. I actually started unpacking it. The first thing I got was this little puncher, and what this does is it rounds off the corners of just paper. So I have, do I have an example? Just because I don't want to get up. This is a bookmark from my local library, but so square corner, you stick that in there and it will help to round off the corner. I'm sure I'm sticking this. Punch it and it gives me a round corner. So I could change that, but I'm using that for my cards for my earrings because they're square cards. I just want rounded edges because I think that this looks really nice. The next few things I got were more like packaging things. Okay, I got a pack of, I think it's like 50 of these white envelopes, and these are just to put in my individual earrings. And I have like already like thank you stickers, so I can pull these over and put thank you stickers for people who, you know, don't need a very big bag. So these little sleeves will serve that purpose. Oh, there's another pack here, so it's 100 altogether. So I got these aluminum clasps for it. Really good quality. I think I have 20 of these clasps, and if I'm not mistaken, these are 7 inches. Oh, I know what this is. This is a white tablecloth for a 6-foot table. And this one has a cutout at the back so that you can store stuff under the table. So I have this. I'll be sure to try it on the table. But yeah, so I have that. The next thing I got was this business card holder. So to put my business cards in. The biggest thing I got were, I'm not going to take out the pack, but the biggest thing I got were these white paper bags. And I just look at the dimensions and make sure they can fit the pouches that I'm planning to make. And then I have a second package, which I'm really excited for. This one is a stand. It was really difficult for me to find a stand. I wanted kind of like a bookcase looking thing. I think I mentioned that I got, like, I wanted the vertical ledge, but can't find it. I'm gonna have to put this together at some point, but I think I want to try it today because I'm that person. Because I'm thinking if I should spray paint it gold or if I should keep it white. But let's see. I'll have to insert a picture because obviously it's not put together, but I just want to see what the pieces look like. I think they're made of plastic, but I don't know if they're sounding metal or plastic in the packaging right now. But it's a pretty small packaging, which is great because I wanted something that was easy to put together and easy to take down. I didn't want like a permanent bookcase because how would I store that? Oh, it's metal, so that's gonna last me a long time. Really happy with that. Yeah, that's metal. Yeah, and it's white. I think I'll keep it white. I think I like that. So I'm gonna have to look at how to put this together. But basically, the shells all go together with these plastic connectors. Oh, and it's sturdy. It takes a good bit of strength to slip that on there. My banner came in, well, my table runner came in the mail. I'm very curious as to what this is gonna look like because it's Shein. So if you've ever ordered anything from there, you know the quality can be a bit meh. So let's see. I just saw a little touch of the color of something, and it's not my business color, which is quite a sunny yellow. This thing looks kind of peachy. I do have time to reorder somewhere else if need be, but let me take it out of the plastic. That's the snippet of the color that I'm seeing. So I'm not very optimistic right now. It's kind of like not a canvas, but like it feels like a tent type material. It's giving orange. Ah! It actually is not orange. It is the right color. It definitely is not like it's the material of like that plastic tablecloth kind of thing, or like a shower curtain, I guess. Um, but that's okay. I don't need it to be linen or cotton or anything. You could see like the frayed edge here where it was cut from the bigger material, so that's not great. But it was like $16, so I can just trim that off and like light a fire to it. Like you can torch it, I think, and it will sear it. I'll try that. This is my logo, y'all. Like, wow. I'm actually like gassed, guys. Like, I'm a business. Hey, y'all. So, happy Saturday. I have not done what I need to do today regarding prep for this market. It is 3:37 p.m. I had a pretty slow start to my morning and I had a Bible study that ended about 30 minutes ago. Very happy for the Bible study, but I've done zero crocheting and I need to do that. But first, I need to go and buy some more yarn. So I'm gonna go to my local yarn shop where I got my t-shirt yarn previously. Preferably, they still have some in stock. I'm not looking for any one particular color. I need to get all the colors. And specifically, I am looking for some bright summer, spring type colors, a few neutrals, but not dark neutrals because summer, spring. So let's go yarn shopping. Okay, so I'm just gonna whisper because there are people here and I'm kind of nervous to film already. So anyway, I'm just checking out the yarn that they have. The guy at the front actually told me that they're expecting a shipment in the next 20 or so days, which will be after my market is done. But they're going to be getting some more brighter colors as well as more neutrals. So I'll definitely come back after. But for right now, for my upcoming market, I need to get what's here. And they do have a pretty decent enough selection of colors, not so many bright ones, but I can make it work with what I have, with what they have. Sorry. So this is more of a corally color, of an orange. So I'm gonna get one of these because this looks really nice. So we're gonna get one of those. More of the orange that I currently have. So that's pretty bright, nice spring color. I'm gonna get one of those. They also have this really nice lavender color, which would be really, really lovely. I've applied for a market that's like a lavender farm. So if I get that, this would be nice. But in any case, the purple girls love purple. So we're getting that. They have like this blue. I'm not in love with this blue personally, but that doesn't mean that someone else wouldn't be in love with it. But I don't know. There's also this maroon color, which definitely feels much more like a fall winter. So I don't know if I'll get that. I'll come back and decide. But that's what they have. They also have white, like down here. So I don't know if I'm gonna do white, but just in case, I will grab one because you never know. Creamy yellow color, which would be really nice. So pick her up. Okay, so the people that were here have left. It's definitely a bit nerve-wracking filming with people in here like 4 feet away from me. But, you know, we're embracing this vlogging lifestyle, plus having my phone up on a tripod and all of that stuff. So, anyway, I'm going to show you guys what I have so far. I'm like, the colors are okay. I'm not necessarily in love with the selection that's here right now, but we make it work. So I'll bring it into like a let's go and check out. I know my bill is gonna be hefty. Prayerfully I make this money back. If not, it's an investment. But I'm not even gonna say that, because I will make this money back. I am going to make this money back. Guys, I definitely just dropped a pretty penny in the store. I wanted to go and treat myself to a coffee, but I just treated myself to yarn. There's coffee at home. No coffee, but I'm getting treats. Hi. My afternoon treat is secured. So we're back home. I've finished all of my yarn shopping. I've showed you guys already what I got, so that would be the yarn haul for this video, because I actually just need to lock in and start crocheting. But I'm actually going to eat something really quick along with my little afternoon delight. And then I have to crochet, because this is what I have so far. I have one completed pouch. We love her. I got a package that had some stuffing, and so I just put it in here so it can like fluff it out and keep it sturdy. I'm not going to do that to all the bags, but I thought that'd be really nice for this one. So that. And I have the base for a second. And that's all I have, along with the 3 wristlets that I showed you guys that I had from last year sometime. So I have to get myself together. So I'm gonna try and crochet up until at least 11 or so p.m. But my goal for today is to finish off that one that I have the base for, and then hopefully do at least another 3, because they do take me a while. Up until 10 p.m. It's like 5:15. That's 5 hours. Let's aim for 4 more. This plus another 3 or 4. I think I can do that. I have to do that. So I'm literally gonna lock in. I'm gonna be watching a ton of movies and whatever, because I just have to do this. So let's stop yapping and go. Okay guys, so I have gotten as much done as I can in this color, which is like a pale blue, green, bluey gray color. I don't have enough to complete even another row. So since completing the base, I've done 3 rows. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this yarn that I have, and I'm going to continue. But this has been a lifesaver. It's been helping so much, because the end of this this hook is pretty sharp, obviously because it's metal, but it only gets to about that long. So I have like an additional 1/2 inch, which has been beautiful. And obviously really soft on the hands. So, you know, I'm loving that. have wrapped my frame, and now this is all that I have left. So the game of yarn chicken commences. Guys, we're not gonna make it. I still have half the handle to go, and this is all the yarn I have left. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna lose one row because I don't have any more of this yarn, and I can't do it in another color because it would look really odd. So it's not a total loss because it doesn't take so long to like do the handle. Okay, peeps, so it is currently 10:07. I did not get as much done as I wanted to, but I completed this blue, like seafoamy blue pouch, but I have those two. And then in addition to that, I have this cute little pink one. So because I'm going to be making a large number of products, especially when it comes to my pouches, they're going to be quite chunky. I needed to find a way to store them so they're not taking up space while I'm making things, but then also as I need to transport them to the market. So I have this bin here that has been sitting in my shed for some time out back. So I'm just going to clean this off and use this for my storage. And this is what I'm going to be using to take all of my products to the market. And honestly, I think that I should only need the one because the pouches are my biggest item and I'm only going to be making 15 of those. And then my earrings and stuff like that, they will all be able to fit in here. So market day, I should only have this and maybe like an extra bag of different things in terms of like my gift bags, like the, not gift bags, what do you call these? The bags that you would give to customers, or like my tablecloth and stuff like that. So, because I don't have to take a table or a tent for this upcoming market, so that's a blessing. So I'm gonna clean this off. I'm just gonna use this for my storage, but also on the day. So it's actually been a while since I've filmed anything for this video, but I didn't want to close it out because I have been doing some crochet for my market in terms of the pouches. They're coming together really beautifully, but I still have so much to do. So I'm just going to end this video here because I'm gonna need to do a part 2 as I continue to prepare over the next 2 weeks. My market is in just under 2 weeks. Like it's literally 14 days, I think. And I'm still so vastly underprepared. I have only 7 of my 15 pouches that I want to make prepared. I'm not freaking out, but yeah, only 7 of the 15 pouches. I've not done any of the earrings. I've not done any of the wristlets or anything of the sort, but I know that I can get it done because really I don't have a choice. This is where we're going to close it off for this video. And I hope that you guys stay tuned for the next one. And hopefully in my next video, I will also be able to show you guys the actual market day. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you'll keep me in your prayers because this is my first, like I said, big girl market that I'm doing. I'm really excited. Still very, actually, I'm not even nervous yet. Like there's too much anxiety about the prep that I need to do. So there are no nerves. But yeah, so I hope that you join me in the next video, and until then, bye bye.